Hi, it's Sandy here with the latest Rosy offering as we move into this eclipse, this final eclipse of September on the 28th. So these are really powerful times, goodness me. As many of you know, I was at the British Society of Dowsers conference this last weekend, and it was a real mix for me of quite intense emotions as the weekend went through, but also the awareness both of synchronicities and connections, but also awareness of a new energy that was starting to show itself through the work of the rose. What was so fascinating for me was that in all of my journey with the rose, there has been such a strong feminine aspect to it. You know, it's really spoken to the heart and the essence of the feminine. And, you know, that's not surprising, because when the work came through, the words that I heard, along with the whispered messages from the roses, was that we've come to heal the Magdalene wound. We have come to heal the wounded aspects of the feminine. But so that would be the feminine both in women and in men. So what she was calling for was a rebalancing of these energies within each and every one of us. So as women, when we heal and deal with our own wounded aspects, what it brings is a different balance within the body. And the guidance was that as we did that work for ourselves in that inner healing, that what was going to come from it was the ability for the women to be able to hold the wounded masculine to his healing also. Well, as I offered the workshops at the British Society of Dowsers, what fascinated me was the number of men that came forward and that were drawn to the rose, and just some fascinating connections and conversations, and a real sense of an understanding and a softening within the masculine that was actually seeking the healing and seeking to nourish and support those around them. The synchronistic part of this for me was that on the Saturday evening, I sat to have dinner, and a woman came and sat next to me on a large communal table. And as we got talking, and she couldn't see my badge, she couldn't see the name tag or what I was there for, that we got talking, and naturally we got talking about the rose. And it turned out that her family were from California, and that her grandfather was one of the founders, or a very active part of the American Rose Society, and was a rose grower in California. And that in the 70s he upsticks and moved his business, his acres of roses and his greenhouses, to Sedona. You can't make this stuff up, can you? I was just fascinated and felt very blessed that I'd had the opportunity to meet her. And, you know, as many of you know, I also fly off on Thursday next week to Phoenix to offer rose classes in Phoenix, and then I'm driving up to Sedona with a group of my rose sisters from New Jersey to have some fun in the red rocks of Sedona, and also offer an evening workshop at the Unity Church in Sedona. So yeah, it's adventurous times. So shall we see what the roses have got to say and what they have to offer us for this movement into October? There just feels that we're coming to a closure point. There is a real sense that this is a very potent portal, and wow, who knows where and what unfolds as we move into October. But from the heart, it will be just perfect. So let's see what the roses have got to say. So I'll just shuffle the cards. So we're asking for the wisdom from the roses for this coming 2 weeks from the beginning of October. And yeah, let's see. So here we have Rose Bagua 8. Now, Rose Bagua 8 sits in the area of like a feng shui bagua. The Rose 4 class that I offer is all to do with my work and understanding of space. So in clearing and aligning and creating sanctuary space for the soul. Well, this rose sits in the area of wisdom and self-knowledge. And she calls us into contemplation. She calls us deep within. She's got a beautiful spin within her. So she's calling us to reflect, calling us to come into this place of self-knowledge in order that when we go out in the world, our relationships and our interactions are based on a clarity and a pure intention because of that aspect of self-knowledge that we have resolved, that we have dealt with any internal residual patterns that really need to be released at this time. So she's very, very potent, and she's just waiting there to expand and move us forward. So take the time that you have available to come into center in these coming days. You know, when we're in such an intense wave of memories, emotions, and taking us back into our story, you know, what is there now that we can release so that the magnetics of the heart can take us on new pathways and new journeys. So I wish you grace as you go through this next few days, and yeah, maybe the next video I will be doing within the red rocks of Sedona. So much love and rosy blessings. Thank you.